taking photographs of people's cars that you don't know.
You're the one that's come back for confrontation, buddy.
Okay?
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm not your buddy.
Alright,
I'm not your buddy. Put your phone down.
No, I'm live streaming at the moment.
It's okay.
Can you identify yourself?
Put your phone down a minute.
Can you identify yourself?
Down before you start getting arrested for causing...
For what?
Well, first of all, you called a public order. You don't call a police officer.
That's not a public order.
So yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Do you know the law?
You're in the street. You put your phone down.
Who's made a complaint?
And we'll have a chat.
We're not having. I'm not putting my phone down because I don't trust you the way you've got out. Can you identify yourself, please?
With the police, don't you?
Identify yourself.
Tell you what, you identify yourself.
I don't need to.
Well, I don't need to either.
Yes, you do, buddy. It's your policy.
You tell me what your name is, and then we'll go from there.
Would you like to identify yourself?
We'll go from there.
We're asking you not to.
That's my idea, okay? Right, now you need to back down, walk away,
no, I don't.
and stop making a confrontation.
I'm not making a confrontation. You were the one that came back.
I asked you.
Arrogancy is not a crime.
Telling police officers that they're dead is a problem.
That lady could have heard that.
Getting arrested for.
You should be arrested.
It's a public order offence for you to say that in the street.
I made you aware. I made sure there was no one around.
You cannot stand in the street outside a police station where cars come in and
there was no one around.
And you're mouthing off saying dead
to you.
Okay?
From the moment the officer gets out of his car, his behaviour raises concerns. He approaches the auditor with a controlling attitude, telling him to stop taking photographs and move on, even though the auditor is standing on a public pavement and doing nothing unlawful. When the auditor responds with frustration, the officer quickly refers to the Public Order Act and suggests an offence may have been committed. However, for a Section 5 offence to apply, there must be harassment, alarm, or distress caused to someone. Importantly, there must also be a person affected by the conduct. When the auditor asks the officer to identify himself, something officers are generally expected to do when engaging with the public, the officer avoids the question and instead asks whether the auditor has identified himself. That is irrelevant, as members of the public are not required to provide their details unless a specific legal power requires it. Eventually, after his colleague sets the example, the officer reluctantly identifies himself as well.
There's no members of the public about, unlike when you did it, and you're a police officer.
Whatever that is in your life, okay?
I haven't got
whatever
one.
You've got going on in your life, that is a bit of a chip on your shoulder. Sort it out yourself, sort out your life.
Why don't you stop telling people what to do?
And then we'll walk away and then we can get on with our job.
You'll walk away now.
Proper criminals to catch.
You'll walk away now.
People like yourself.
You'll walk away now.
If I come back and find you still
here, you'll do nothing.
Yeah, I will.
No, you won't.
I will deal with you.
What will you do?
I will deal with you.
What will you do?
Well, if you're still here to make a photograph, I will deal with you, okay?
Which is exactly because you can't.
Alright?
Come on, you don't know what you're going to deal with me about, because there's no such thing to deal with me. I'm taking pictures.
I know you are, and you've been an absolute idiot about it.
So? You are? You heard yourself.
Stand there and
you're getting reported, buddy.
Some of them aren't police vehicles.
You're getting reported.
Some of them
care less.
So will you.
If there's a Porsche in there, a Porsche 911 Turbo, I'll take a picture of it. That's what I do. I haven't got a problem. You're the one with the problem.
Speak to somebody.
See if these two guys here will arrest you for that public order you've just done.
All you've got to do is come and speak to us at the front desk without photographing.
All you've got to do is come and speak to me and not shout at me.
Yeah, well, don't call police officers.
This guy's just committed a public order offence in front of a lady. I've got it on camera.
When the auditor used the word D-head, he did so privately and made sure nobody else was close enough to hear it. Regardless of whether people agree with the language used, it was directed only at the officer and could not reasonably have caused alarm, harassment, or distress to members of the public, which is a key requirement for a Section 5 public order offence. The situation changes when the officer repeats the same word out loud in a public place while a member of the public is passing by. Not only is he repeating the term he claimed was offensive, but he is doing so openly without concern for who might hear it. If the officer genuinely believed the word justified public order action, then his own conduct appears inconsistent with the standard he was trying to enforce.
Which is a swear word.
Oh, it's a swear word. So you accept that?
Yeah. I didn't. There was no members of the public about. I wouldn't do that. To take some pictures of the marked cars.
Okay. And what's that for? What's that for?
Just for like my Flickr account. A photography website.
Okay. And what purpose? Why
just
the
for different. Just what I do. Different marked cars and stuff. Different types. Try to get some shots of them maybe coming out with the blue lights on and stuff.
Of marked cars. There is all.
I have not taken.
There was no marked cars there. As you can see, is there any marked cars there?
There was one parked there.
No, there wasn't.
There was one parked to that white next to that white Skoda.
Okay.
And I wasn't taking pictures at the time. No,
and you
I wasn't.
waited until we drove out.
I was like that, and I was getting ready.
What you were doing. I saw you. I got eyes.
Well, get over it.
I saw what you were doing.
Get over it.
ID on you?
No, I don't give me ID.
What's your name?
I don't give me ID. It's nothing personal. I just don't give me details out. I'm just down here doing a you like a YouTube.
Give your details out.
What crime do you suspect me of then? If I'm not.
Well, there's been a public order offence.
There hasn't. I've got it all on camera, love. All of it on camera. That's the chap who's committed a public order. I never swore in front of anyone. I made sure there's no one around, and this chap here swore in front of an old lady that was walking past, and I was filming the whole thing. Pardon?
You couldn't be sure that
I had a look round that there was no one round, and I said it to him through the window. I never said it to anyone. No one's complained about it. You know that. Let's not try and twist the law.
After the auditor calmly points out that the officer may have been the only person to commit a potential public order offence by repeating offensive language in public, the focus suddenly shifts to demanding the auditor's details. The officer's colleague argues that the auditor could not be certain nobody else was nearby. However, the auditor explains that he checked his surroundings, spoke directly to the officer through a window, and ensured nobody else was within hearing distance. That is very different from the officer loudly repeating the same word while a member of the public walked past. One action was careful and controlled, while the other was public and careless. By treating both situations as identical, the officers appear to be applying the law inconsistently. The discussion seems less about public order and more about avoiding accountability.
Threatening people.
we're asking you to stop doing it.
Well, I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm not at your house. I'm not at your house.
These are personal vehicles, some of these, so you don't need to be doing it.
All you have to say is, will you block them out? That's what I do.
And I'm not saying I'm arresting you for taking those photos. I'm asking for like details so we can ascertain
Right,
who you are.
again, it's nothing personal. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't give me details out. It's just a general rule. Yes, but it's your policy.
Pardon?
It's your policy.
We have asked
We don't know who you are.
Right, so tell me your address.
Pardon?
What's your address then?
I don't need to tell you that.
No, I don't need to tell you mine. You are a public servant.
And you're a civilian.
Right, and me and everyone watching pay your wages.
Move
Don't
along,
forget it.
civilian,
No,
okay?
no.
Public service asking you to move along,
No,
right?
I won't servant. You serve us.
You obviously served somewhere, haven't you? Probably.
Obviously not. No.
Probably somewhere like.
And even if I did, what did that matter? Eh? None of your business, is it?
What a joke you are.
What a joke you are. So the world's going to be laughing at you, mate, not me.
We've got other things to do. We've got proper criminals to arrest.
Are you going to do the driver shame?
Idiots like this.
Everyone's going to be laughing at you. You showed your warrant card.
Laughing at you, fella.
No, mate, laughing at you.
Joke.
You are famous.
A joke. Oh, thanks,
You're
mate.
famous.
I
Say
appreciate that.
hello to your friends and family.
I don't need to.
Show them what a lovely chap you are when you approach members of the public.
Oh, what a joke.
That's going to be the thumbnail
Got
for the
any mirrors
video.
in your house?
That's going to be the thumbnail
Got
for
any
the
mirrors
video.
in your house?
Hey, you should see my missus, eh? Won't be saying that then.
What a joke.
Says him.
What a joke. God, we got problems.
You'll be getting reported as well for that public order.
The officer's behaviour throughout this interaction is deeply unprofessional. Telling the auditor to move along, civilian, is not only disrespectful but also suggests an unhealthy view of authority. Police officers are not above the public, they are there to serve the public. Using the term civilian in a dismissive way creates the impression that the officer sees himself as separate from, and superior to, the people he is meant to serve. The situation becomes worse when the officer mocks the auditor's appearance and calls him a joke. This is not harmless banter. It is a serving police officer ridiculing a member of the public who is exercising a lawful right to film in public. Such behaviour damages public confidence and undermines trust in law
There's
enforcement.
nothing you can do now.
But there are police cars in here, and there
Couldn't care
are
less.
cars that aren't.
Couldn't care less. If I wanted to, I said I won't take pictures of them, and I won't, but if I wanted to, I could. Get over it.
Goodbye, loser.
Driver shame, you'll be reported for that as well. Look who it is again, guys.
Right now, because I am suspecting you of committing an offence, okay, a criminal offence.
If you're going to use
And
your
I want
terrorism
you- I
card,
want you to stop filming.
if you're going to use your
Stick to
terrorism
the man,
card,
stop hiding behind your camera.
I'm not hiding.
Okay?
If you're going to use your terrorism card,
Okay.
you're going to get told off for it, so don't even think about
Well, I'm
it.
going to use what, sorry?
The terrorism card. Because this
Why
is what
you
all
said
this is about.
terrorism? That now puts bells in my head.
No, it
now.
doesn't,
Why
because
you said terrorism?
this is what I do. Documentaries on
This is
police
what you
abuse
do.
in Section
Why have
43.
you said terrorism?
Because I do documentaries on police. Are you listening?
Do you really? Just shut up a minute and listen.
Don't talk to
Shut
me
your
like
gob
that.
And listen to me.
Don't
Before
talk
you
to me
start
like
mouthing
that.
off all the time. You're not always right, fella. If you're outside a police station or a military barracks and you're filming, you will attract attention by police, military, whatever, okay? Now what you're doing, I suspect, because you've just mentioned the Terrorism Act,
I'm doing a
you're
documentary
doing
on it,
something
that's what I
around the
do.
terrorism
Go for
Act,
it and
aren't
see
you?
if you end up in court then.
So I am asking you for your details. I want to check you out. Make sure
I'm not giving you details.
If you do not,
If you want to get yourself in court
do not,
for an unlawful arrest, go for it.
Because I can suspect anything.
When the auditor mentions the Terrorism Act, the officer makes a surprising claim that simply mentioning the legislation gives him reason to suspect terrorism-related activity. However, Section 43 of the Terrorism Act requires reasonable suspicion. That suspicion must be based on facts, circumstances, and observable behaviour, not simply on someone knowing the law or referring to legal powers. Taken to its logical conclusion, the officer's reasoning would mean that anyone who understands their legal rights could become a terrorism suspect merely for discussing them. That approach risks treating ordinary citizens as potential criminals simply for speaking up. The most revealing moment comes when the auditor challenges the legality of an arrest and the officer responds, "I can suspect anything." That statement suggests a misunderstanding of reasonable suspicion. It is not a blank check to justify action without evidence. It is a legal standard that must be supported by objective grounds.
You need reasonable suspicion.
I've told you my details.
You lot have been in trouble for this before.
I don't care. I'm asking you
Well,
for your
go
details.
for it. You'll end up in court. You're not getting them
I've
because I've
been
not
to
done
court all
nothing
the time.
wrong.
And I've
Right,
23
fair enough
years in
then.
the police. I've been to court loads of times, okay?
Right,
so
no
what does that
probs.
tell you? Mr...
That tells you that this
Mr.
time you're going to... I'm not
Mr.
telling you. You ain't finding out.
What's your name?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, I'm going to get a van here and
Go
you're going to
for
get
it.
arrested.
Go on then. There's nothing to arrest me for.
You're gonna
I've
be
done
arrested.
nothing wrong.
If you fail to give your details under Section 24 of PACE, Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, I will arrest you for your details because I suspect you are now at a police station. You've been seen at Hereford,
Yeah.
and now we've come up to do an inquiry up here, and lo and behold, you're outside my station again.
Where? Your station?
Yes,
it's our
one of my
station. The
stations.
public's that we pay
I'm
for.
a West Mercia police officer.
So,
I serve
we pay
West
for this.
Mercia Police. I don't serve you.
You
I'm
should
not a public
do.
servant. I'm a public
pay your
servant
wages, pal.
working Whitehall and places like that, okay, in London. You need to know what you're talking about before you start mouthing off.
When the auditor warns that the officer's actions could end up being challenged in court, the officer replies, "I've worked in the police force for 23 years. I've been to court many times." Rather than demonstrating confidence, the comment comes across as dismissive of accountability. It suggests that legal scrutiny is something to be brushed aside rather than taken seriously. Later, when the auditor points out that the police station is funded by taxpayers, the officer responds, "I serve West Mercia Police, not you. I'm not a public servant." That statement conflicts with a fundamental principle of British policing. Police officers ultimately serve the public, not an institution. Public trust, public funding, and public accountability are central to democratic policing. Hearing an officer reject the idea that he serves the public raises serious concerns about his understanding of the role. The police are empowered by the public, funded by the public, and accountable to the public. Those principles remain at the heart of modern policing.